Welcome back to another episode of the Reckless Wrench Garage. As you guys can see behind me, we got the Ranger back again. I know it's been a little while since we've done anything on it, or you guys have even seen it. I think actually last time you guys saw it, it was the official suburban recovery vehicle yet again. So the Suburban is nearly back on the road, and we have an event coming up in a few weeks in Moab, full-size invasion. So we have to get everything prepped on the Ranger to make that trip up there. Currently, I'm looking for a trailer to be able to haul it up there, but I'm planning on driving it. So there are a couple things to address before I make that long trek up there and wheel for a week. One of them is the steering. We have our checklist of everything that we need to get done before full-size invasion. Some of the top items. So we're going to change out tie rod ends, freshen those up. Power steering pump, we're going to upgrade that. And steering gearbox, I'm going to swap that out for a refreshed one. And hopefully, when everything's all said and done, I don't have like 3 inches of travel in my steering wheel. So stick around, let's get to work. All right. God dang, that thing was disgusting. Luckily, it leaked enough to where it pretty much had no fluid left in it. Power steering pump is out of the way. Now I got to get the stock steering box out of there. So I'll have to move my oil filter, and then I'm gonna disconnect the pitman arm before I drop the box. So with the V8, in the Ranger, you got to put an oil filter relocation kit on it. So that's why my oil filter is in a really weird spot. And Chris actually put this bracket on there for me whenever we did the tube front. And for those of you guys that don't know me, I absolutely hate metric sized hardware. So I always put everything with standard, you know, American. Chris, since he put this together for me, what does he do? What a pal. He makes the hardware size 12mm and 13mm. Thanks, Chris. Ew. That bolt is disgusting. Do this without dropping it on myself. That's not what we want to do. wasn't what I wanted to do either, but it worked. I'm gonna go over real quick the parts that we're installing to help with the steering. All of these part numbers and links are gonna be down in the description below if you have any interest in them. So the power steering pump and bracket, this is a kit from Desolate Motorsports. They have this fabricated bracket for Broncos. So this is gonna fit 302s, 351s. And it is a Saginaw style pump, which is nice. So this fitting is actually metal. It's not the plastic barb like on the really crappy version, stock version of this. And we also have another AN fitting down there. And the cap actually screws on and locks in there, unlike my stock cap. This is a brand new cap not too long ago, and you just can't get any that fit nice. And as soon as you start four-wheeling, this thing just leaks everywhere. As you guys saw underneath the truck, it is filthy in there, it's nasty. So this is a stock pump and bracket. I cut off the AC part of it because I'm not running AC, but as you guys can see, this thing leaked everywhere and it's a plastic piece of junk. So yeah, we have this Saginaw pump from Desolate Motorsports. Check them out. It's a really good kit. It even comes with new lines and fittings if you want them, and a belt, which my belt's a little bit different, so I'm not going to be using that one, but it has the setup for AC if you're running it. And yeah, that bracket, fabricated bracket, is just beautiful. And then this is also from Desolate Motorsports. I got a remanufactured steering box from them. So this is the stock Ranger box that has been in there forever. And then a nice new freshened up steering box. And I opted to get hydraulic assist ports put in there, but it should just bolt right in. Everything should be good to go, and much nicer steering. So definitely check out Desolate Motorsports. This steering box I got from them as opposed to a couple other companies, big names out there, because this was over $100 cheaper once you factor in core support, core charge and shipping, anything like that. So check out Desolate Motorsports. They got good prices and good products too so far. I have been running this for a while, but I wanted to show you guys this setup. I did this before Chili Challenge. So here's the stock Ranger piece, and as you notice down here, it has this rubber rag joint in it. I actually blew up a couple of these and it was kind of scary, so I opted for a universal joint on each end. I'll probably never be able to really break that or anything. You do have to cut it to length and put it together yourself, but it's nothing that anyone with a grinder and a little bit of know-how can't take care of. Now it's time to reinstall, but first I need to clean up this engine bay because it is disgusting. Super Clean is a new cleaner on the market. They contacted me and Chris, wanted to know if we wanted to try some out. We're not paid or anything like this to do it, but we said sure to give it a whirl, and I thought this project would be a good test to see how well it does. And all I did was one coat, so you just spray it on, let it sit there, and then hose it off. I didn't use a pressure washer or anything like that, so probably could have gotten a little bit deeper if I did use a pressure washer, but for just an off-the-shelf product, and it's biodegradable and it wasn't harsh on my eyes or anything like that, it worked pretty good. So yeah, if you're looking for something new to try, check out Super Clean. I think you can get it like Walmart, Napa, AutoZone, places like that. Got the power steering pump and the steering box reinstalled. All that's filled up and bled. and taken care of. The last part of the steering that I wanted to address is the tie rod ends. I noticed a while ago when we were doing some maintenance, they were kind of loose going in and out of the knuckles, and about 8 years ago I reamed the tops of the knuckles to accept these bigger tie rods, and they've kind of loosened up, so I want to address that. Barnes 4-wheel drive, I have these tapered inserts, so I will actually drill these out and then put these in there, and that should tighten up the knuckles where the tie rods go in. Now first, I got a 3/4 inch drill bit attached to the old wrist breaker, and then I'm going to bump up to a 7/8 drill bit afterwards. So hopefully this goes well and I don't break my arms. I'm going straight. There's almost no play in it. I have a lot of feel in the steering. Before I could be like before I could do that and not have any response in the steering wheel. Now I move it just a little bit and I have a good response in it. So that steering box definitely helped. The power steering pump isn't whining or anything like that, so that's good. Got rid of that, no more leaks, and it feels good. Feels way tighter. Steering is much nicer. Should be a lot more comfortable driving several hours down the road. Steering done. I would like to get an alignment, a professional one. I just kind of did a tape measure alignment in the driveway. So that will be something I'll get taken care of before we head on our trip in a few weeks. But yeah, I'm really happy with this.